This is the wheel stand Lite 2.0 from Next Level Racing, and it's probably the best foldable wheel stand at the moment. Next Level Racing sent me this stand for a review. I've been using it for quite a while now, and in this video we'll look over it and answer the question whether you should buy it and why is it so good. As the name might suggest, the wheel stand Lite 2.0 is the successor of the original wheel stand Lite, which was released in 2018, and back then you had your entry-level Logitech and Thrustmaster wheels or the top-of-the-line super fancy direct drive wheels from Fanatec and Simrig. And nowadays you can get a direct drive wheel for under $300, and obviously you would want to mount it on something more rigid than the cardboard table from IKEA. And this is where the wheel stand Lite 2.0 really shines. This stand has been completely redesigned with extra rigidity added while still keeping the ability to fold it and store it away in just seconds. This stand supports wheels up to 10 Nm of torque and power, although the user's manual says 7, nonetheless I tried pushing the limit to 12 and honestly it was still very solid and rigid. The stand came in a very compact box and assembling it was extremely simple, as not only there were not many parts to put together, but also it came with a little assembly instruction booklet which was very easy to understand and follow. First, you unfold the rig and then tighten these two threaded knobs which hold the frame at upright position. Then, you install the 4 leveling feet at the bottom that allow the frame to stay in place and not move anywhere while in use. Also, these feet will protect your floor from scratches. Next up is the wheel plate, which is held by 4 bolts, and then to the side of it you install the shifter plate bracket and the plate itself by 4 more bolts. The shifter plate can be installed from both sides, which is very thoughtful and pretty much a standard with modern rigs and stands these days. And lastly, the gaming chair cradle, which needs 4 more bolts. And that is it, the whole stand built in 5 easy steps. To fold it away, you simply untwist the threaded knobs, fold the rig and the gaming chair cradle, use the velcro strips to secure the wheel plate in place, and the rig is good to be stored. The frame is made from strong and pretty large metal tubing, actually even bigger than the tubes I found on the GT Racer, which is a much more expensive rig. The welds in some places look a bit questionable, although I am not a weld expert, so don't judge me too much on that. Apart from that, the whole stand looks to be made from very high quality materials. I do love the way this thing looks, especially the red colored side tubes that connect the bottom and the top parts of the frame. The wheel plate has plenty of holes and support majority of the sim racing wheels up to 10 Nm of torque. On this rig I used the Camo C5 and the C12 and had absolutely no issues mounting it. The wheel plate itself didn't show any flexibility while being used and is definitely very strong, even when using a more powerful wheel than it is recommended. The shifter plate is fairly small but in a very nice place just to the side of the wheel plate. The only shifter I have is from Logitech and that one also had no mounting issues. This plate is not as strong as the wheel plate. It does show some flex when pressing on it, but not something major and concerning. The pedal plate, which I think is the best thing about the stand. It is fully adjustable. You can use it at different positions and angles, as well as loads of mounting holes. I tested Logitech pedals as well as my Camus LC100 load cell pedals, and this plate performance blew my mind away. With load cell pedals the plate was showing some flex, but I'm pretty sure it was not designed to be used with load cell pedals, so it is a very impressive plate, especially knowing it is a foldable stand. And lastly, the gaming chair cradle. There is not much to say about it. It is very solid and does the job completely fine. I've used an office chair with it and it stayed in place all the time without any concerns of slipping out of the cradle. The wheel stand Lite 2.0 actually has quite a lot of adjustability. The side tubes can be adjusted and can go from 68 to 90 cm in height. The wheel plate and shifter can both be adjusted to different angles but not the position they are in. The pedal plate, as I mentioned, can be adjusted back and forth as well as adjust the angle, which allow me to use pedals with maximum comfort. And lastly, the chair cradle can be moved forward and back depending on your personal liking. The biggest problem with most of the wheel stands is the rigidity, and I'm glad to say that the wheel stand Lite 2.0 shows impressive performance once again. The weakest points are the sides, which you can definitely see the lack of rigidity when rocking the wheel plate back and forth. However, this is not something you're gonna do that often, and under normal sim racing conditions it shows minimal movement. It is also very strong. I was able to fully sit on it without any flex on the wheel plate whatsoever. The shifter plate does flex when pressing strongly on it, and also when shifting it does wobble quite a bit. The pedal plate, as I already mentioned, shows very impressive performance and with Logitech pedals showed absolutely no flex. While using a 100 kg low cell brake pedal, it did begin to flex a little bit, but you would expect that. I did notice that occasionally the whole frame would become loose, but after tightening all the screws it would regain the rigidity once again. The wheel stand Lite 2.0 comes at $149 which for a racing stand is a very good price. Not to mention that this thing offers so many amazing features, it is really no-brainer whether it is worth the money or not. Next Level Racing is also planning to sell an additional back half add-on that would transform it into a full simrig for just $199 or buying it as a bundle for $299. Unfortunately, I don't have any more info on that at the moment, apart that they are planning to launch this add-on in the 4th quarter of this year. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to check it out as the front end of this future simrig looks very nice and solid. The Next Level Racing wheel stand Lite 2.0 is an amazing successor of the original wheel stand Lite with more rigidity and additional features for only $149. I think everyone who wants to mount their wheel and pedals to something solid and nice looking should definitely consider this product, especially with the upcoming ability to transform it into a fully functional rig. With that, thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to press like and consider subscribing, and until the next time, bye bye.